Have you ever wondered why your dog licks you so much? Is it just affection? Or is there something deeper behind this behavior? In this video, we're going to talk about the real meaning behind dog licking. That simple gesture actually carries a whole range of emotional, social, and even instinctive messages. And understanding what your dog is trying to tell you can completely transform your relationship. If you're a pet parent and want to connect even more with your four-legged companion, stick around. You'll be surprised by what's behind every lick. And if you enjoy learning more about your pet's behavior and want to give them a happier, healthier life, subscribe to our channel. We post daily videos made with care and responsibility just for you. Licking as a form of communication. Have you noticed that your dog sometimes licks you at the most unexpected moments? It might be when you get home, when you're relaxing on the couch, or even while you're asleep. To us, it might seem like a sweet gesture, but for dogs, licking is a complex and instinctive way of communicating. When a dog licks their human, they might be saying a lot of things. One of the most common is, "I like you." It's a sign of affection, similar to a hug or a kiss in human terms. Sometimes the lick comes with a soft gaze, a wagging tail, or a gentle nudge. All of that together forms a message your dog is trying to send. They might be saying they're happy, they want to play, they're hungry, or simply that they enjoy being close to you. But it's not always just that. In many cases, licking is also a sign of submission. Your dog sees you as the leader, and by licking you, they're showing respect and trust. Licking can also be a way to get your attention. If your dog notices that licking your hand or face gets a reaction, whether it's cuddles, talking, or playtime, they learn that it's an effective way to connect with you. According to animal behavior experts, this kind of communication is natural and healthy, as long as it doesn't become excessive or compulsive. The key is to observe the context. If the licking comes with joy, calmness, and positive interaction, it's probably a sign of affection and bonding. But if it shows up during anxious moments or becomes repetitive, it might mean your dog is trying to cope with emotional discomfort. It's important to remember that every dog has their own way of communicating. Some are more expressive, others more reserved. But in general, licking is a powerful tool they use to connect with the world around them, and especially with you, who are such an essential part of their life. Puppyhood roots. To understand why dogs lick their humans, it helps to look back at the very beginning of a puppy's life. From the moment they're born, licking is an essential gesture tied to care and survival. The mother licks her puppies to clean them, stimulate their breathing, and even help them go to the bathroom. This physical contact, beyond its practical function, is deeply emotional. It's the first form of affection a puppy receives. As they grow, puppies begin to mimic this behavior. They lick their siblings, their mother, and once they start interacting with humans, they lick people too. This behavior is learned and reinforced throughout their development. In other words, the puppy associates licking with moments of safety, love, and bonding. As the dog matures, licking remains a way to express emotions. It's like repeating a gesture they learned early on, one that became imprinted as a way to connect with those they care about. For many dogs, licking their human is a natural extension of the bond that started with their mother. This behavior also has social roots. In dog groups, it's common for younger dogs to lick older ones as a sign of respect and submission. In a home environment, that same gesture can be directed toward the human, whom the dog sees as a leader and protector. Licking and taste. Not every lick from your dog is about affection or communication. Sometimes it's directly linked to taste, or more precisely, to what they sense through their tongue. Dogs have an incredibly sensitive sense of smell, far more powerful than ours, and that plays a big role in their licking behavior. Dogs use their tongue as an extension of their nose. When they lick your skin, they're exploring flavors and scents you probably don't even notice. Human sweat, for example, contains salt and other compounds that can be appealing to a dog's palate. If you've just exercised or it's a hot day, your dog might be licking you simply because they enjoy the taste. On top of that, traces of food, lotions, perfumes, or even hygiene products can spark your dog's curiosity. Even if you've washed your hands, the scent might linger, and that's enough to catch their attention. For dogs, licking is a way to investigate their surroundings, and you're part of that environment. This behavior can also show up at specific times, like after meals or while you're cooking. The smell of food in the air or on your clothes might draw your dog in and prompt them to lick, trying to figure out what's going on. Licking as emotional relief. While many licks are signs of affection or curiosity, there are times when this behavior reveals something deeper: your dog's emotional state. Just like us, dogs have ways of coping with stress, anxiety, and even boredom. And for many of them, licking is one of those strategies. Licking can act as a self-soothing mechanism. It's as if the dog is trying to calm down, release tension, or find comfort in a situation that feels uncertain. This kind of behavior is more common in dogs who spend a lot of time alone, go through changes in their routine, or struggle with external stimuli like loud noises or unexpected visitors. In some cases, a dog may lick their human as a way to seek security. They come close, nuzzle you, and start licking, almost like they're nervous. This can happen during specific moments, like a thunderstorm, after a vet visit, or when there's a lot of commotion at home. Licking can also be a way to deal with boredom. Dogs who don't get enough stimulation, whether physical or mental, may develop repetitive behaviors, and licking is one of the most common. They might lick objects, parts of their body, or even their human as a way to pass the time and release pent-up energy. When should you be concerned? So far, we've seen that dog licking can have many positive meanings: affection, communication, emotional bonding, curiosity. But it's important to know that not every lick is harmless. In some cases, this behavior may be a sign that something isn't quite right, physically or emotionally. If your dog starts licking excessively and repetitively, it's time to pay attention. This applies to licking directed at you, as well as licking objects, furniture, or parts of their own body. What was once a sweet gesture can turn into a compulsive behavior. One red flag is when a dog obsessively licks a specific area of their body, like their paws, side, or belly. This could indicate pain, itching, allergies, or even an injury that's bothering them. In some cases, dogs can create wounds from overlicking, which only makes the problem worse. Another important aspect is emotional health. If your dog licks compulsively every day for long periods, it could be a sign of a more serious issue, like chronic anxiety or even canine obsessive-compulsive disorder. These cases require veterinary attention and, sometimes, behavioral intervention. Some dogs develop what vets call stereotypic behavior: repetitive actions that don't serve a practical purpose but act as an emotional outlet. It's also worth noticing if your dog is licking household items like sofas, walls, or the floor. This could range from simple curiosity to digestive issues like reflux or nausea. In rarer cases, it might be linked to nutritional deficiencies, such as a lack of minerals or vitamins. That's why, if you notice your dog licking frequently, intensely, or in unusual situations, it's best to seek veterinary guidance. A professional can assess whether there are physical, emotional, or behavioral causes behind the habit and recommend the right treatment or adjustments to their routine. Now that you understand the real reasons behind your dog's licking, it becomes much easier to figure out what they're trying to tell you. Every lick has a context, a purpose, and when we learn to observe closely, the bond with our pet grows even deeper. If this video helped you see your dog in a new light, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other pet parents who also want to better understand their four-legged companions. Here, we talk about behavior, care, and connection, always with respect and love for our animals. And tell us in the comments, does your dog lick a lot? When do they tend to lick you the most? We'd love to hear your stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.